Today we are going to see about the module 2. Do you remember what we seen in the module 1? Yes, we have seen about the introduction of cells, which covers the basics of cell. Okay, now consider our human body. It consists of different parts like eyes, nose, ears, hands, etc. Likewise, our cells also consist of different parts like mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Those parts are called cell organelles, and now we are going to see about those things in depth. These are the contents that we are going to see in the upcoming slides. It covers the basics of cell structure, function and the cell membrane properties and different organelles that are present in the cell. In this picture, you can see various parts of the cell, right? Now, consider a plate which is completely filled with jelly and some gems are placed on that jelly pack, right? Now, consider that outer ring of the plate as our cell membrane and jelly pack as cytoplasm and gems are as organelles. Hope now you can understand the structure of cell very easily. Now, we are going to see about the cell membrane. Our cell membrane is acting as a gate. What I meant is it allows only selective molecules inside and outside across the membrane. Hence, it is called as the selectively permeable membrane. This selectively permeable membrane is made up of phospholipid bilayer, which is composed of lipid and protein molecules. Moreover, the major functions of the cell membrane is to provide shape, structure to the cell, and also it provides the complete cell organelle. Now coming to the movement of cell membrane. Movement of cell membrane is always described as fluid mosaic model. The scientists have described this to know about how the cells look and it functions. The fluid mosaic model is nothing but the protein molecules which are present inside the membrane or on the membrane is called mosaic, and the movement of these molecules in a two dimension is called fluidity. All the processes have some influencing factors. Also, here we have three influencing factors for this fluidity nature. The first one is temperature, second one is cholesterol, and third one is saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. When coming to temperature, in the cold temperature, the phospholipid bilayer are closely attached. When it is hot, they are far apart. And cholesterol. Cholesterol molecules play a very important role in attaching the phospholipid molecules in a tight manner. And finally, fatty acids. Do you have any idea about fatty acids? These are nothing but the tail region of the lipid molecule. They have two types, that is, one is saturated and another one is unsaturated fatty acids. I hope you have read about this. Saturated fatty acids have single bond between them and unsaturated fatty acids have double bond between them. These molecules helps to the movement of CO2 and O2 between the molecules or across the membrane. Now, let us know about the cell membrane lipids. What is lipids? Lipids are nothing but they are fatty substances. Okay, that lipids have two regions. One is head region and another one is tail region. In this picture, you can see the detailed structure of plasma membrane, and when we zoom into that plasma membrane, you can see the structure of lipid molecules. The head region of the lipid molecules are hydrophilic in nature, which faces outside the cell, and the tail region of the lipid molecules are hydrophobic in nature, which faces inwards the cell. As I have already said, the cell membrane has different types of proteins. The proteins are of two types. One is peripheral proteins and another one is integral proteins. Peripheral proteins are present on the membrane, whereas integral proteins are present into the membrane or across the membrane. The integral proteins are furtherly divided into several broad categories, that is pumps, channels, linkers, etc. All those proteins are responsible for the movement of different types of molecules and also for the attachment of other cells. Now, let us move into the cell organelles. You know what? Our cells not only consist of organelles but also it consists of inclusions. Do you have any idea on the differences for these things? Yes, organelles are living things and inclusions are non-living things, but both are present in the cytoplasm. For example, inclusions have fatty droplets, etc. and glycogen, like that it comes under cell organelles. Cell organelles are classified into two different categories. One is membrane bound organelles and another one is non-membrane bound organelles. As the name suggests, the organelles which are covered with membrane are called membrane bound organelles like nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. In other, non-membrane bound organelles are not covered with any membranes like ribosomes, centrioles, etc. We are moving into cell organelles and its functions one by one. The first and foremost very important organelle is cell membrane, which we have already seen just now. The second one is cytoplasm. Do you remember that jelly? Yes, the cytoplasm consists of different organelles present over the surface. Also, it is responsible for all metabolic functions. We have brain and our computer has CPU. Like that, our cells have nucleus which commands all the functions to the cells. It is the largest organ with DNA and RNA molecules which carries the genetic informations, and also it comprises of different parts like nuclear pores, chromatins and nucleosomes. You know what is chromatin? Chromatin is a thin fiber thread-like structures which is later on developed into chromosomes during the cell divisions. And now coming to nuclear pore, it is nothing but it allows the molecules to move in and out of the nucleus. Now coming to nucleosomes. You know the length of DNA? Yes, it is the largest material present in our body. To pack the DNA inside the nucleus, the DNA are tightly wrapped around the histone proteins. The complete structure is called nucleosomes and it is present inside the nucleus. Now we are going to see about the endoplasmic reticulum, which is one of the important organelle. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum and another one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum based on the position of ribosomes. Rough endoplasmic reticulum consists of ribosomes. In another, smooth does not have ribosomes. The important function of endoplasmic reticulum is that to transport the molecules and also for the protein folding. We are going to see about the ribosomes. Do you have any idea about ribosomes? Just now we have seen in the endoplasmic reticulum, right? The ribosomes are present in two places. One in the endoplasmic reticulum, in another they are freely suspended over the cytoplasm, and they are mainly responsible for the synthesis of proteins, and they carry the proteins and they transfer to other organelles. Now we are going to see about the Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus are also known as Golgi bodies. It is made up of flattened sacked structures called cisternae, and the major role of this Golgi apparatus is to modify, transport and package the lipid and protein molecules to the targeted destination. Now coming to mitochondria, mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Do you know why it is called as like this? Because it provides energy to the cell and cell organelles and even to the whole body, and it has separate DNA and different outer membrane, inner membrane, and also it has finger-like thread-like structures called cisternae. Now we are going to see about the chloroplast. I think you all know very well about this chloroplast. You know, all plants, algae are look like in a green color. This is all because of this chloroplast, because chloroplast consists of a green pigment called chlorophyll. It provides energy and food to the respective plants and algae with the help of photosynthesis. Also, it contains stroma, thylakoids, grana, etc. Now, we are going to see about the lysosome. Lysosome is also known as the suicidal bags because it digests all the unwanted materials present inside the cell with the help of hydrolytic enzymes present within the lysosome. In the plant cell, you can see an empty space at the center, right? That empty space is called as vacuole. It consists of a fluid, but it has many cytoplasmic functions like ingestion, digestion, secretions, etc. Coming to cytoskeleton, we have human skeletal system with 206 bones, right? Similarly, cells have skeletal system which is known as cytoskeleton with intermediate filaments, microfilaments and macrofilaments. These filaments provide structure, shape, strength and rigidity to the whole cell. Now coming to cilia and flagella, we have legs for the movement. Similarly, cells have cilia and flagella for their movement. Cilia are present in paramecium while flagella are present in bacteria and sperm cells. Recently, researchers discovered that white blood cells moves with the help of cilia during the injury by themselves. Both are quite different in their structure and movement. Finally, we come to the conclusion. Today, we have seen about the cell membrane and their structure with its functions. Also, we have seen about the cell organelles with its functions. In the next module, we are going to see about the nuclear organization. Hope you have learned about the cell membrane and organelles clearly. Thank you.